All right. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Chicago Conservative Live Stream Edition. As you guys read the title, we are going to be talking about something very, 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 very interesting today. We're going to be talking about Mark Dice and him responding to Officer Tatum. Now, I'm going to make this a fairly quick video, guys, because I'm just interested into seeing what Mark Dice said in response to Officer Tatum reacting to his video. Now, Officer Tatum claims that him and Mark Dice were friends and things like that, which, I mean, I don't really have any evidence of that just yet, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm guessing that when it comes down to Officer Tatum and the situation regarding Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk, I believe that Mark Dice called this out, and Brandon Tatum responded by saying that, Mark, I thought we was cool, dude. I thought we was friends. So I'm guessing he didn't get the memo when people were calling him out on basically being very, very biased towards Israel. Now, granted, there was a peace treaty that was just signed, guys, but Tuesday, Israel actually struck northern and central Gaza, guys, and 6 people were killed by a yellow strip that was actually put there by American troops. So I don't know, guys. It's like, I know I seen the videos about Hamas executing the 7 hostages and things like that. I understand that that is very, very terrible, by the way. I'm not advocating for anything like that at all. But the thing is this, ladies and gentlemen, we have to start calling a spade a spade. So without further ado, let's just hop right into the video, guys. Now, I want to play this full screen so you guys can see it. I believe it's only like 2 minutes, so we're just going to try to make this fairly quick, guys. Let's roll this clip.
And I text my friends back, but I'm not friends with people who smear Tucker Carlson as an anti-Semite and are engaging in cancel culture trying to get him banned from the Turning Point USA tour as soon as Charlie Kirk got killed. But let's listen to some more of Brandon Turncoat Tatum, shall we? I gave a shout out to back in 2016 when he was just getting started because I thought it would be good to have more black Trump supporters visible on social media. But as we all know, if you back a DEI hire, it never turns out well. And now Turncoat Tatum is trying to undermine.
So hurt. He is so butthurt by looking at this video. Look at him. That's all you see me as, a black Trump supporter. I mean, technically, a lot of people do believe that it was DEI on the Republican side as well. But let's just be honest, that is a part of politics. Democrats do it all the time. So even if they were just using him just because he was black, I mean, I'm not surprised.
And Charlie Kirk's last wishes for Turning Point USA by
hold on. Charlie Kirk's last wishes. Where is it documented that what he's about to say is Turning Point's Charlie Kirk's last wishes?
Well, since you asked, these group text messages involving Charlie Kirk, which were leaked and confirmed 100% authentic by Turning Point USA, reveal that 2 days before he was killed, Charlie was upset that he lost another $2 million a year in donations from a Jewish donor because Turning Point USA wouldn't cancel Tucker Carlson. And he still wouldn't cancel Tucker Carlson and was continuing to stand by Tucker Carlson and keep him on the tour and saying some not so nice things about Jews that they play into all of the stereotypes. I don't need to mention what kind of stereotypes. And he's not going to be bullied like this. And it left him no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. That's why we call you Turncoat Tatum, because you think that you know what's best for Turning Point USA better than Charlie did. As soon as he gets killed, you start telling people what Turning Point does and doesn't stand for and who they should and shouldn't have on stage. Posting on Twitter, I will always support TPUSA, but Tucker Carlson is antithetical to what TPUSA stands for. I do not support him at any TPUSA event because Brandon Tatum knows it's best. He should be the president of TPUSA, not Charlie. Calling Tucker Carlson a fraud and saying that the anti-Semite bug got to him because he just is upset about how Israel has been conducting the war and doesn't think that Jews are God's chosen.
And this is why Brandon Tatum, in my opinion, is very, very low IQ. He's doing the same thing that the liberals do as far as with Donald Trump. Oh, you vote for Donald Trump. Oh, you're Hitler. Oh, you're a Nazi. You're this and you're that. Okay, just because someone critiques Israel doesn't make them anti-Semitic, dude, or antithetical, whatever the hell you want to call it. And by the way, you do know being anti-Semitic is being prejudiced or hateful towards anybody that's in the Middle East, right? That includes people from Gaza, Iran, Qatar, and, you know, people that are from majority Muslim countries. It's not just Israel. A lot of people need to start using words, and the actual meaning of those words need to matter. Being anti-Semitic isn't just towards Jews. I don't know why that's in that like there, but let's just continue. But Brandon Tatum almost called this nigga Brandon Johnson. But yeah, Brandon Tatum is just an absolute fool. He thinks everything is anti-Semitic, and I just have to disagree with that 100%, guys.
People and has basic, mild criticism, or really just a common sense view of what most Americans see of certain issues, but have been up until recently afraid to say them because especially those in conservative media will start calling you an anti-Semite like Brandon is to talk across.
Right. Yeah, absolutely right. I just said that like 5 seconds ago. Everything that pertains to criticisms of Israel, even when it comes to them murdering 6 people after the ceasefire, that's anti-Semitic? We're going to watch this clip again, guys, because there are some people that didn't see the full thing. But that's my reasoning right there as to why Brandon Tatum is absolutely 1,000% biased, guys. It's not even close. It's not even close to being close. This dude is definitely a puppet for Israel. Now, are there puppets for Iran? Are there puppets for China? Are there puppets for Ukraine? Absolutely. I'm not saying there aren't. There are other lobbyists that have influence on our government, on our influencers and things like that. I get that. But we all know what Benjamin Netanyahu is trying to do. He's trying to win this PR war, guys. They are losing this PR war so bad. And they're honestly doing the damage to themselves. They're always speaking in Hebrew. They're always attacking innocent people. What about the innocent people that were journalists that the Israelis killed? We're talking about people who are actually journalists here. They were saying, oh, they just had journalists on their shirt or whatever, but they weren't actually journalists. How do you know that some of these people weren't even Palestinian? Some of these people were from other countries that are dead now because you guys thought they were Hamas? That doesn't even make sense. So, like I said, the PR war, BBB is definitely trying to win it now. He's definitely trying to take that pro-Israel title back when it comes to America. A lot of people, especially on the Republican Party, is definitely not pro-Israel anymore. The Democratic Party have left the pro-Israel thing long ago, guys. They have been pro anything besides pro-Israel for a hot minute now. They're pro-Muslim, pro-Mexico, pro-Black Lives Matter, Africa, all that garbage. But when it comes to the Republicans, they always had loyalty to the, pro-Israel rhetoric. But now, guys, sorry, guys, excuse me. But now, guys, that's starting to change because a lot of people are starting to see the IDF and BBB for what they truly are. Look at this Tom Alexandrovich guy. This guy just got caught in a sex scandal, and it was a sting operation. Him, along with 7 other individuals, were caught soliciting children, probably for blackmail. Everybody know that Israel, I'm not going to say they do, but allegedly they have ties to blackmailing people in our government. Jeffrey Epstein, everybody know that there are kind of, ties between Mossad and the CIA. A lot of people are saying allegedly. You already know we got to add the word allegedly in there, guys. Okay. So what goes on here? Man, we're just reporting news. So we're going to actually run through that video one more time, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to actually be analyzing it now because I definitely have to break this down verbatim.
and I text my friends back, but I'm not friends with people who smear Tucker Carlson as an anti-Semite and are engaging in cancel culture trying to get him banned from the Turning Point USA tour as soon as Charlie Kirk got killed. But let's listen to some more of Brandon Turncoat Tatum, shall we? I gave a shout out to back in 2016 when he was just getting started because I thought it would be good to have more black Trump support.
Now I can already tell by his face right here, he's getting humbled. You see that, guys? Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in.
Orders visible on social media.
But this is a face that has been humbled. This dude, he literally looks uncomfortable right now.
But as we all know, if you back a DEI hire, it never turns out well. And now Turncoat Tatum is trying to undermine Charlie Kirk's last wishes for Turning Point USA by
hold on. Charlie Kirk's last wishes. Where is it documented that what he's about to say is Turning Point's Charlie Kirk's last wishes?
Okay, guys. Now, even though I don't like Brandon Tatum, guys, I don't like this damn bootlicker. But I do have to give him that, guys. You guys know I can't be biased on this channel. Where is it in that? Because we already broke down that text thread between Charlie Kirk and, you know, everybody else within that group chat. We already seen everything we needed to see. Now, they're going to, Mark Dice is going to show it again. But I don't really see anything in the group text messages saying that this was Charlie's last wishes. I mean, yes, was he frustrated about Jewish donors? Absolutely. But to say that this was his last wishes off Mark Dice, I'm not really sure what you're defending there if it's not really quoted, you know? So let's continue.
Well, since you asked, these group text messages involving Charlie Kirk, which were leaked and confirmed 100% authentic by Turning Point USA, reveal that 2 days before he was killed, Charlie was upset that he lost another $2 million a year in donations from a Jewish donor because Turning Point USA wouldn't cancel Tucker Carlson. And he still wouldn't cancel Tucker Carlson and was continuing to stand by Tucker Carlson and keep him on the tour and saying some.
So what was his dying wish, though, in this text thread? Did the full thread get released? If you guys know if the full thread got released, then please let me know. Because I haven't seen the full thing. This is the only thing I have seen as of yet. Just these few text messages here. And yes, it did stop at the please don't invite Candace thread. And this, I mean, Candace do have the full thing. So if she wants to drop that, I mean, she can. They did give this to the FBI as well, guys. So the FBI is aware of this text message between Charlie Kirk and these others. But I'm not really seeing anything as far as a dying wish.
Not so nice things about Jews that they play into all of the stereotypes. I don't need to mention what kind of stereotypes. And he's not going to be bullied like this. And it left him no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. That's why we call you Turncoat Tatum, because you think that you know what's best for Turning Point USA better than Charlie did as soon as he gets killed.
Now, I do have to give Mark Dice that point. Brandon Tatum, shut up, dude. You don't know what Charlie Kirk's last wishes is, dying wishes. Neither does Mark Dice. Okay? But my thing is this. We're not going to sit up here and play like Charlie Kirk was like, oh, I'm so down with Israel. Like, I'm so 100% like, no. He said he was done pushing the pro-Israel rhetoric. He said it out of his own mouth. God, well, not his mouth physically, but through text messages. So I have to give Mark Dice that point. I definitely have to give him that point. So for Brandon Tatum to keep going on with this, oh, Charlie Kirk was so Israel. And it's that, bro, this is why those text messages matter, because it's too coincidental. He says, I'm not pushing the pro-Israel rhetoric anymore. 48 hours later, he gets shot and he's killed. Okay. Now, I'm not saying Israel did it, but that is really, really fishy. Okay. Still no autopsy yet, by the way. So these are facts that matter. Now, with Brandon Tatum, I understand, dude, that I guess Charlie was your guy, but I'm actually gonna make a separate video on that after I get off this live stream because, dude, they were saying you a fake crime, but I gotta see it for myself, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button coming in as well. I would definitely appreciate that a lot, guys. So let's finish this clip. Let's see, man.
You start telling people what Turning Point does and doesn't stand for and who they should and shouldn't have on stage. Posting on Twitter, I will always support TPUSA, but Tucker Carlson is antithetical to what TPUSA stands for. I do not support him at any TPUSA event because Brandon Tatum knows it's best. He should be the president of TPUSA, not Charlie. Calling Tucker Carlson a fraud and saying that the anti-Semite bug got to him because he just is upset about how Israel is.
Tucker Carlson is a fraud? How? How is Tucker Carlson a fraud? How is Tucker Carlson a fraud? Is it because he allegedly accepted money from Qatar? Now, I don't know, guys, but what do you mean by have you seen his last few interviews? I mean, you mean his interviews for the past, 2 years? He's been talking about Israel, dude. This isn't new, Talmud. This is not new, Officer Talmud. He has been talking about what Bibi Netanyahu has been doing to Gaza. It's debatable that he was trying to ethnically cleanse Gaza. Just saying, guys. It's debatable, though, okay? And Brandon Tatum say, for the record, I will never go on Fox News again. Okay.
And conducting the war and doesn't think the Jews are God's chosen people and has basic mild criticism or really just a common sense view of what most Americans see of certain issues, but have been up until recently afraid to say them because especially those in conservative media will start calling you an anti-Semite like Brandon is to Tucker Carlson.
Yeah. And it's sad that it's like that when it comes to these diehard Israel people. Not saying that you guys can't support who you want to support, but my thing is this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to be biased. If you guys want to be biased, go right ahead, make your own decisions. But I just consider people do their own research for themselves. Like yesterday, when it comes to this peace treaty thing, I mean, it sounded good on paper, but I mean, they're violating the peace treaty before the ink even dries up. So is this peace or what? Who really wants peace here? Who truly wants peace? Okay. And I'm really, really curious as to see what people are going to say about Israel killing these 6 Palestinians basically for no reason. Now, look, I know Hamas executed 7, but that was 7 of their own people. Now, look, they released the hostages, okay? And if you can make an argument that those 7 hostages that were executed by Hamas would have been more safer in Israel, or the IDF, I will give you guys that because they were, unalived, I should say. YouTube me on that BB, that bubba, that BB bubba. That's funny, but yeah, guys, it's just really sad. It's just really sad how people are just so biased on both sides to where they can't just come to a common ground, come to a conclusion, and just be like, you know what, man? I'm tired of my people dying. I'm tired of your people dying. I'm tired of my kids in my country dying. You should be tired of your kids in your country dying as well. It should not be this hard. And Israel have the backings of the United States of America. You guys could have been ended this war if you wanted to. So, like I said, guys, Brandon Tatum is just basically a very, very biased guy towards Israel. Everyone knows this. If you don't know that, then you're sleeping under a rock because he definitely called himself a Zionist. Now, look, a lot of people think that being a Zionist is good. A lot of people think that being a Zionist is bad. But in my opinion, look, if it's okay with being a Zionist, then is it okay with being a jihadist? I mean, they're just 2 sides of the same coin, in my opinion. Because let's be honest, guys, okay? The IDF kills kids. They were killing kids. I believe like what, over 2 or 20,000 kids, women and children were like killed in Gaza. 60,000 total. That's pretty rough, guys. So Brandon Tatum needs to definitely think about that for sure before he just go on a pro-Israel rampant and call everybody anti-Semitic. You know, I just don't understand Officer Talmud when he does that. But if you guys like this live stream, yes, it's fairly quick, guys. Yes, it's quick, okay. But that's all I really wanted to react to today. I'm trying to be more consistent with you guys every day, okay. So tune in next time, guys. I'll see you later, and I'm out of here, guys. Don't forget to like, and if you're new, subscribe.